We begin our election coverage tonight with the race for governor. Governor Mike DeWine's term ends this year.
So take a look. Republican Vivek Ramaswamy winning the Republican nomination, defeating Casey Putsch. Ramaswamy's running mate for lieutenant governor is Rob McCauley. He'll face Democrat Amy Acton, who's running with David Pepper.
We have team coverage tonight with Rochelle Aline with Dr. Amy Acton's campaign in downtown Columbus. First up, though, we're going to send things out to Kevin Landers in the Arena District where Vivek Ramaswamy is celebrating tonight. Kevin.
Yeah, good evening. This was the only contested Republican race with Vivek Ramaswamy defeating Casey Putsch. During his victory speech, Ramaswamy said he is not a bureaucrat, he is a businessman. He says he plans to lower housing prices in the state by bringing more housing to Ohio. He says he's lived the American dream. He is obviously an Indian who came here. His father were immigrants and parents were immigrants and came here. He also wants to bring more businesses to Ohio. He says he wants to turn Ohio into states like Tennessee and Florida, where they brought more businesses to the state.
I believe we're on the cusp of a new dawn for Ohio, one where we reconnect with our roots of ambition, the state that raised Neil Armstrong and John Glenn and the Wright brothers and Thomas Edison.
Ramaswamy wasted no time by attacking his opponent, Dr. Amy Acton. Quote, he said that she, quote, abandoned her responsibilities when it came to new sciences, when it came to looking at new viruses for COVID-19. Reporting live downtown, Kevin Landers, 10 TV News. Now back to Rochelle Aline, who's covering the Amy Acton campaign.
You know, Kevin, on the other side of things, she was running unopposed, so her accepting the nomination tonight wasn't a complete surprise. She actually called it the honor of a lifetime. She also highlighted several parts of her platform, talking about her commitment to affordability. She also says she wants to end political corruption and that she will fight to make sure that every voice in our state is heard.
To all the Ohioans out there who may be feeling invisible or alone, my promise to you is this: no one will ever be invisible to me. No one will be invisible to me in this state.
Acton has polled very well with her base. The question between now and November is if her message will poll well with a larger audience. In Columbus, Rochelle Aline, 10 TV News.
All right. Thank you, Rochelle. Thank you, Kevin. Here's a look at your race for governor. Republican Vivek Ramaswamy is facing Democrat Amy Acton and Libertarian Don Kissick.
We're going to send things over to 10 TV political reporter Doug Petcash and political analyst David Niven from the University of Cincinnati to break down this race just a little further. Doug, great job on Ohio Votes tonight streaming.
It was a lot of fun over those 4 hours. We covered a lot of ground and we did a lot focusing on the race for governor. Of course, as you mentioned, Dr. Amy Acton running unopposed tonight. She was already known that was a formality. She would be in November. Vivek Ramaswamy very handily, Dr. Niven, with his victory, 82.4% to Casey Putsch's 17.6%. But are there any red flags in these numbers for Vivek Ramaswamy looking forward?
A couple of red flags. One of them is the total number of votes. If the rate continues at this pace, they're going to come in probably 100,000 votes shy of where Republicans were 4 years ago and 8 years ago, which could indicate a certain softness and enthusiasm for the party and its candidate. That 17.6% is another red flag in terms of how many of those votes are going to disappear in November, maybe go libertarian, folks who are maybe not very comfortable with Ramaswamy. And if you look at where they are, exactly, they're concentrated in Appalachian, Ohio, where you see upwards of 25%. In some cases, if you get all the way over towards Cincinnati, you're in 27%, in this case 30%. These aren't great numbers for Ramaswamy.
Looking at the Ohio River Valley. All right, we're going to be back in a little bit looking at another race, but right now let's send it back to Jeff and Yolanda.